happened to you people? Why are you not responding?
Being recorded.
Please respond. Yes, guys. Yesterday I was talking about spring bean scopes. Total how many scopes are there, guys? 6 scopes are there. What's the default scope? What's the last scope? WebSocket scope, right? Most regularly used scope, singleton. Default scope, in standalone application, how many scopes can be used? What are those? Singleton scope, right? Singleton and prototype scope, right, guys? This room is 404 or 403? Okay, guys. Yeah. And now 10 spring beans, how can we make only 5 spring beans participating in what? Pre-instantiation. This is what we discussed or not? How can we make only 5 beans participating in pre-instantiation? Online student, last time I'm asking, am I audible or not? Am I loud and clear or not? Can you respond in the chat box? Those are having issues, please rejoin. From my side, no issue. If you are having echo problem, other problem, okay, problem is your side. From my side, no issue. 95% students are saying it's good. 5% people are getting problem because you have a problem in your internet. Stop doing drama every day. Be serious about learning new things. Right, guys? Yeah, yesterday I have given 2 answers. Number 1, take 10 spring beans as a singleton scope spring beans. Enable lazy to on 5 bean and make sure that these beans are not dependent to other 5 singleton scope spring beans. Right, guys? Another answer is what? Take 10 spring bean, 5 as singleton, 5 as prototype scope bean. Make sure that prototype scope spring beans are not dependent to singleton scope spring beans. Clear, my dear? Okay, guys. Let's get into the new discussion. What is that? Stereotype annotation. What annotation, guys? Stereo means same work with small differences. Boys dressing is stereotype dressing, right? Okay, teacher job, not the faculty. Faculty has to learn new things every time, especially in the software industry. Teacher job. Certain teacher job is stereotype job. Every day same thing, guys. Bus conductor job is stereotype job. At least the driver will have variety because he has to face different types of people on different days, right, guys? But conductor job is what? Stereotype job. So again, drama started. Okay, guys. Let me wait for some time before entering into that. Audio driver in your laptop, by good quality. Okay. Any other suggestions? Laptop also. Laptop also. Ladra change me here better. Okay. Babu. Admin. Again audio problem. ఒకసారి లాగిన్ అయి చూడండి వాళ్ళు ఏదో అంటున్నారు నిజమో కాదో నాకు తెలియదు. So stereotype means what? Multiple things doing the same thing with the small changes, guys. Right, guys? Super. Okay. The strings applied, multiple annotations having similar functionality are called stereotype annotation. All these annotations perform similar operation with minor changes. Boys dressing is called stereotype dressing. Girls dressing is not called stereotype dressing. Okay, why all these are called stereotype annotations, right guys? Component, service, repository, controller, configuration, and one to other also there. We will discuss them later, guys, and etc. These are called stereotype annotations or not? What annotations, guys? Yeah. Because all of them makes, first of all, Java class as a Spring Bean. But except the component, remaining annotation started giving additional identity to the Spring Beans. For example, you take at the rate component, guys, makes Java class as Spring Bean. What do you mean by load the class, creates the object? At the rate service makes the Java class as Spring Bean come service class. What guys? Spring Bean come service class. What do you mean by service class? Service class is a class that contains business logics. What do you mean by business logic? It is the class that maintains business method having calculations, analyzations, filtering, sortings. Okay. Next one, validations. All these things will be there. The main logics of the project will be kept in service class only, guys. That means at the rate service is extension of at the rate component, not only making Java class as Spring Bean, also giving identity of service class. That means whoever observe that class, they get the feeling it is a Spring Bean going to have business logics, right guys? So only that advantage and no other advantage there are. If you have at the rate service to make Java class as Spring Bean, not only it is Spring Bean, it is also service class. Once it is service class, everyone try to place only business logics in the business method. Plus, automatic transaction management support will come. What will come? What do you mean by automatic transaction management support? Though you don't do anything, the business methods, the business logic will execute by applying to everything or nothing principle. What principle, guys? What do you mean by that? If there are multiple activities to complete a business operation in a business method, if all completed, then only final result will be committed to the database. If one operation fails among those operations, already completed will be rolled back, going to be completed will be stopped. Do everything or nothing. Am I going to apply this one manually or it will come automatically? It's because of making Java class as just Spring Bean or Spring Bean come service class. When I use word come plus, are you getting my point there? For example, you take, I have a business method called transfer money business method. What guys? Transfer money business method. Are you understanding my statement? It's a combination of how many operations, boss? Withdraw money from source account, deposit money into destination account. Withdraw money from source account, deposit money into destination account. Agree with me, guys? Withdraw from source account, deposit into destination. If completed, both should be completed. One completed means other one should be rolled back. If already done, it should be rolled back or not. That means here transaction management is required or not required. This kind of additional facilities will come. Check it out. Service makes the Java class as Spring Bean come service class. The Java class that contains Business logic in business method is called what class, guys? Is called service class. Are you understanding my statement? Business logic means dealing with what? Calculation, analyzation, validation, sorting, filtering, and etc. Okay, guys. At the rate service Spring Bean automatically gets what, guys? Transaction management support. Alright, transaction is a big word, na? In shortcut, we can write TX. Transaction management support. Are you getting my point there, guys? What do you mean by transaction management support? Okay. Transaction management. Okay. Transaction management. Those are having, yeah, those are having voice problem. Please rejoin. Problem is not my side. It's the process of, it's the process of, okay, executing certain logics. What logic, guys? By applying, what, guys? By applying, do everything or nothing principle. What principle, guys? Nothing principle. Nothing principle. Tell me. For example, transfer money. Transfer money. Operation needs sub operations, right, guys? Transfer money operation needs sub operation. One is what? Withdraw amount from what account? Source account. From source account. Right, guys? Next, B. Deposit amount into what account? Destination account. Okay. Both these operations should execute by applying do everything or nothing principle or not, guys? Needs to execute by applying do everything or nothing. Needs to execute by enabling. What is there? Do everything or nothing. Do everything or nothing principle. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Okay. Leela Sagar. Leela Sagar, why you need annotation support? You want to draw something on the screen? Dirty fellow, focus on the class. Okay. You know what is the purpose of annotation at least? Okay, I think you got the clarity on service class, my dear. Super. Next one. At the rate repository makes the Java class as Spring Bean come. What class? DAO class or repository class or persistence class. DAO means data access object. The Java class that purely contain persistence logic. Persistence logic means what? Purely logic to talk to database software, logic to manipulate database data. Such class is called as what? DAO, data access object class. Also called repository. Also called persistence class. Number one, special identity. Because of identity, everyone try to keep only persistence logics. In separation of logics. What's another advantage, sir? Whatever technology you use in DAO class to write the persistence logic, at the end, all of them will use JDBC internally. You may use Spring ORM, Spring Data JPA, Spring JDBC, but all of them directly or indirectly uses what? JDBC. After all, JDBC only can send SQL queries to database software. Yes or no? No? JDBC throws its own JDBC exceptions, which are checked exceptions. But if since we are writing code in Spring environment, we expect Spring exceptions. Come on, boss. We are writing code in BAO class or repository class using what? Spring ORM, Spring JDBC, Spring Data JPA, right? We expect what exception? Spring related exception. But internally, what exceptions are generated? JDBC exceptions are generated, right? Because of this repository annotation, Spring takes the responsibility of converting JDBC exceptions to Spring specific exceptions. You are going to get this additional advantage because you are making Java class as what? A repository class. This annotation is also extension of what? At the rate component. For example, boss, you are talking to Chinese fellow. Chinese fellow scolded you, saying that you are not delivering the work in time. Yes or no? Na? You are just a mediator. You have to tell the same thing to Indian. What you will do? You will tell Chinese scolding as it is to Indian? Pinchan Chahu? No. Definitely you will convert it into Hindi. If not English, then you will tell. He is saying you are lazy idiot. Okay, try to complete the work as early as possible, right, guys? Repository annotation gives this extra work to IOC container to convert underlying JDBC generated exceptions to Spring or Spring Boot specific exceptions. Is that clear, guys? Come on. Check it out. The Java class that contains the persistence logic, third operations logic is called what? BAO class or repository class. BAO class is nothing but what, guys? Data access object class. Are you understanding my statement? Okay, guys. Tell me, at the rate repository annotation makes the IOC container to convert underlying JDBC technology generated exceptions to Spring or Spring Boot specific exception, guys. Are you getting my point? Yeah, at the rate repository based DAO class makes the IOC container to convert underlying what is this JDBC exceptions to convert the generated JDBC exceptions to convert underlyingly generated. Come on, guys. Generated what exceptions, guys? JDBC exceptions to one minute. This is coming nicely, but not place problem is there. So what should I do? When space is not there, we need to create the space. Right? Yes. Now come here, paste it. Now go there. Okay. JDBC exceptions to Spring or Spring Boot exceptions. Spring or Spring Boot exceptions. Easy na, boss? This is another advantage we got, guys. Tell me next one. At the rate controller. And when you are developing layered application, what application? See, 1 BHK, sorry, bachelor room is like standalone application, everything in single place, right, guys? 4 BHK flat is like layered application. different logics in different classes and files, and we make them talking with each other, right, guys? In that situation, we will take single class having all the logics or different classes having all the logic. Different classes having different logics, right, boss? In that way, if you want to make those classes as string beans, definitely we need to take the special annotations or not. You want to see all of them as just spring beans, spring bean comes special classes are. The class that is having persistence logic, Spring Bean come DAO class, repository. The class in which you want to keep business logic, Spring Bean come service class, @service. The class that you want to use as monitoring purpose, Spring Bean come controller, @controller, so that it will become ready to monitor all the activities of the application. So controller makes the Java class as Spring Bean come web controller, class having ability to take the request from client. It is able to take the request, able to pass to other places. It acts as a supervisor. It won't do anything on its own. Its work is what? Taking requests, passing to others. Basically, controller or monitor, guys. Okay, guys. Next, @configuration makes the Java class as Spring Bean come. What class, guys? Configuration class. Spring Bean come. Right. All are first of all making Java class as Spring Bean, na boss. All these are extensions of @component, na boss. You are not believing me. I think other day I have shown practically. One more time I will show. Okay. @service. API docs. That's a beauty, guys. @service API doc. So in the source code, @component is there or not there? These are like for fixed annotation. For every annotation, they will be there. But this component is as there. A component is also there. That means it is extension of what? @component annotation to have a special behavior or not, guys? Check it out. What I have done. @component is the base annotation. From there, service created, repository created, controller created, configuration created, and others also there. What also there, guys? Others also there. I'm highlighting few stereotype annotation, guys. Not all the stereotype annotation. Okay, guys. Like others like. Others like what is this? @rest controller, comma, @rest controller advice. @rest controller advice. Bit advanced annotations we will discuss later. And dot. All these are also stereotype because their basic work is making Java classes Spring Bean. On the top of it, yes, extra things will be there. Okay, guys. Now you have to focus like keeping multiple logic in single class is recommended or not recommended. It's like a bachelor room. All are mixed up. If you modify one logic, other logic will be affected. If we try to settle the books, kitchen will be disturbed. If you try to set the kitchen, books will be disturbed. Because all these things you kept in a single room, guys. Come on. Suppose in a single class or in multiple single classes, all logics are mixed up. Then what happens, guys? Their only business logic, their only persistence logic, their only presentation logic, their only monitoring logic, everything is mixed up. If you try to modify one logic, other logic will be disturbed or not. Problem number one. Can we make multiple people working on multiple logics parallelly? Not possible, right? In bachelor room, can multiple people can do multiple operations parallelly? One side, one fellow is doing sounds in the kitchen, sounds in the bathroom. Other fellow can read nicely. Huh? Is it possible? Parallel works are possible there. Either all should work in kitchen, either all should read, or all should sit and discuss. Dirty mind, dirty thoughts. Okay, guys. So what is the solution for that one, guys? Come on. I want reply, be active. We have to move to 4 BHK flat or 3 BHK flat. Though they are different rooms, they are interconnected. So multiple people can work parallelly, can do parallel works parallelly. Come on, guys. It's because there are multiple rooms that are interconnected. Suppose same thing I have applied in my layered application development. So all projects are big projects in Java. It's better to develop project as single class application or layered application. In layered application, we have to take different layers. A class or file that contains certain category logics is called layer. Layer can be formed with a single class or file or multiple related classes or files. Multiple related classes or file. Are you getting my point there or not? Come on. Okay, guys. Guys, I'm conducting so many online batches. Why 11 o'clock students only will say, why is problem, why is problem? Are you really having problem or you are doing time pass in the chat boxes? I think daily 3-4 batches I conduct. My commitment is 3 batches. Sometime if demand is there, I'll take a 4th batch also. Because I have other works to do in life, okay? Other works, other businesses to handle. So that is not a big issue. But why this batch only? Only online students. I agree, really problem is there, but they have settled everything. They changed room, they changed mic set, except faculty, they changed everything. But still you are dancing there. Majority people are happy, they are getting the voice, they are enjoying the classes. Why these 1-2 people? In spite of telling, problem is your side. Please. No. Problem is your side. Your network bandwidth problem or your device's problem. Yes, 2 days back problem was there. I agree that, but now not there. Okay, guys. Yes, boss. Team is parallelly listening the classes. They have given the feedback. Everything is clear. Please, we are not running the organization just like that. We have a team. Super, guys. I request everyone. Problems are solved. Still you are facing problem in your side. Please accept that. Check the things. Correct the things. Be ready for next class. But don't waste the time like this every day. Okay, guys. Now, question is, sir, I will keep component service on single class. Is there any problem? No problem, but what's the need? No problem. What's the need, guys? You want to make that one as a Spring Bean. Already service is doing. Again, what's the need of component? Moreover, service internally contains component. It is going to be problematic or not, guys? You can see, annotations are 2 types: repeatable annotation, non-repeatable annotation. If annotation is repeatable, same annotation can be placed multiple types. But when you see the documentation of service, it's repeatable is there on the top of the class, annotation not there. That means that annotation should be placed only for one time. No? Even remaining annotations also non-repeatable annotations, right? Okay. Okay, guys. Since you asked for it, let me check that. I'll try to place service component on the same. Actually not required. If you are placing, it's your waste of time. But since they are non-repeatable annotation, indirectly you are trying to repeat component or multiple times, you should get the error. If error is not coming also, it's meaningless. Okay, if error is coming, definitely component is trying to repeat for multiple times. That's why compiler is not allowing. Is that clear, guys? Okay. Yeah, listen. In real projects, we develop the projects as a layered application. That means we keep different logics in different classes and we make them participating in communication. In this situation, we take the support out. Use a special stereotype annotation. Make the Java classes as Spring Bean come special classes of the layered application. Here, what is there? Here, what is there? Database software. Here, who is there? Client application. Database will store the data. Client application will read the input, will display the output. Will read the inputs and will display the output. Yeah, tell me, guys. I am not keeping all logic in single class. Where I am writing persistence logic, guys? DAO. What is the annotation I am going to use? Right? Persistence logic, minimum JDBC code. If you want, you can write in Spring ORM, Spring JDBC, Spring Data, JPA. Super. Next one, guys. Service things. What's the annotation? What is the logic? What's the next one? What is the annotation? What is the logic? Monitoring. Last one. Why are you not making it as a Spring Bean? Not required, because in that class only we are going to place the main method and we are going to create the container. Where we are creating container, that you need to make Spring Bean not required. But you can get other Spring Beans there by calling ctx.getBean method na boss. At least now you understood the importance of the stereotype annotations. Not in Spring Core module. In Spring Boot core module, we will develop this kind of mini project. That time we are going to use this kind of stereotype annotations or not, guys? I have a question. Sir, I will use a repository for service class, service for repository, components for controller class. Is there any problem for you? You can use, but readability will be mismatched. You are thinking about yourself. One day you got better offer, you left the company. Hello, trust madam, stop writing. Listen. I also stopped writing so that I can explain more, right? Focus, close the notes and put your brain on listening, analyzing, and responding to my queries. Everyone, don't waste your time on productivity things. Spend time on what? Listening the class, understanding the subject, analyzing the subject, responding to my queries, and resisting the subject in the brain. Once it is resisted in the brain, friends, anyhow, English is there. I'm sharing every day. Are you a newcomer? Trying today? Get out. Please get out. Online class student, but you should know by this time. Okay. Fine. Everyone, please come back. Sir, can I change the interchange? You can change. Because ultimately they need to become Spring Beans, guys. Once the extra facilities are coming, without them also we can manage the layered application. Exception translation not happening, no problem. Transaction management not happening, still process runs. Come on. That's why you can interchange. But is it a good process or bad process? Recommended one or not recommended? Why? You got better after you left the job in the middle. Someone joined and he is trying to continue. What is the things? Service class means business logic. But when you open, persistence logic is there. Either he told himself or is a trainer because he learned something else about the service. When he realized it's not mistake of himself or what trainer, then he starts scolding the person who left the company. Yes or no? Definitely you can interchange. It's not like that. But is it recommended? Is it required? When everyone is using service annotation for service class, you also do the same thing. At least readability will be increasing. Na? In product maintenance, bug fixing becomes easy, boss. When you are giving code to someone else, they'll understand code easily, right? We can interchange, but not recommended. I have understood. In a layered application, persistence logic means repository. Service class means service annotation. Controller means controller. Then where is the role of component? Hey, these are the main classes. There will be helper classes now, boss. There will be helper classes. And sometimes you need to make those helper classes as Spring Beans. Suppose service wants to send email message. I have developed a separate class, email utils. What guys? That email utils I want to inject to service. For that one, I need to make email utils as a Spring Bean. It is a service class. Huh? It's a helper class. That's just normal Spring Bean behavior is sufficient for it. So I can manage with at the rate component or not, guys. I can manage with at the rate component or not, guys. Super. Okay, guys. So one question is addressed, guys. Can we interchange? Yes, interchange, but not recommended. Another one is if I place both annotations at a time, what happens? Yeah, listen. All these annotation need component scanning. When I say component scan with base package, it not just searches for at the rate component annotation. It searches for all the stereotype annotation and makes them as what? Spring beans. Takes them and makes them as what? Spring bean. Okay. Right, guys. So here what is there? Auto whites. This one is there, na boss? Yeah. Go to what? Yes, beans. With what is this? Wish message generator. Already at the rate component is there. I'm taking at the rate service WMG, control plus shift plus O. Okay, did I get any compile time error? That means it is allowing. It is not worried about inherited availability. It is not worried about inherited. It is looking at what? Service is a separate annotation, component is a separate annotation, and it is not worried about inherited annotation is repeated. Okay, it's not worried about that. Okay. So now you try to run the application, guys. Main class. Here you ask for what, guys? Here you ask for what, my dear? What's the main ID? WMG, right? Okay. Compile time, no error, right, guys? Auto wide test. Tell me what's happening. We got the output or not? Good morning, Raja is coming or not coming? Good morning, Raja is coming or not, guys? Tell me what's happening here, guys. We can place both annotation either with the same bean ID or different bean ID. Okay. When you give same bean ID, the second created object will get the bean ID and first object will be vanished. Are you getting my point there, guys? Okay. Suppose second one I am using what? WMG1. Second bean ID I am using what? WMG1. Okay, same code I repeat for WMG1. Save it, guys. Auto wire test. What's happening here? Stereotype annotation suggests inconsistent component name. What is that? WMG1, WMG and WMG1. When I try to give different bin IDs, I am getting error or not? Why error is coming? One object, singleton scope, na? Array, what is the scope of that bin? Single. How many objects will be created? One object. For one object, two names possible. That's an inconsistency is coming or not, guys? Okay, guys. Now let's go for at the rate scope. I have taken prototype. At the rate scope prototype. Tell me here what's happening. Still red color. Still red color. What is the error? Stereotype annotation suggests inconsistent component name. Inconsistent component name. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Okay. Fail to parse configuration class because component scan is getting this problem, guys. Come on, guys. Right. So what's the final conclusion, guys? Can we place multiple stereotype annotation on the top of single class for a single Spring Bean, right? Yes, possible with the same bean ID. Not possible with different bean IDs. Basically, thought is waste of time. In that waste of time also, we are analyzing why it is not working. Are you getting my point there, guys? Super. Okay, guys. Yeah, but this is a new point we learned, new analysis we have done. So when we got new analysis, better to document it now boss somewhere. Better to document it somewhere. Let's document here. Next one. Can we place multiple stereotype annotations on the okay for the uh, for the Java class for a Java class configuration as Spring Bean. For a Java class configuration as what is the answer I should give, guys? What is the answer I should give, guys? I want reply. The answer I should give is tell me, guys. No, not possible. What, guys? No, not possible. If we provide what, guys? If we provide different bean IDs. Okay, yes, possible. Yes, possible. If we provide same bean IDs. Okay, I have to give sample code now, guys. Public class wish message generator. Public class wish message generator. Tell me. At the rate component WMG. Next, at the rate service. What is there, guys? WMG. At the rate service WMG. End of it. Valid or invalid, guys? This is valid code or invalid code? Valid code. Okay. Now same thing I am trying to paste one more time. WMG1 I have taken, guys. Here what I have taken? WMG1 I have taken. Valid or invalid? This is valid code. What code, guys? Valid. This is invalid code. What is that? Invalid code. Perfect. Tell me, guys, in a layered application, what application? In a layered application of Spring or Spring Boot. Okay, right now we are learning Spring only, na? In a layered application of Spring, can we change the rules of stereotype annotation? What type annotation? Stereotype annotation. Answer me. Yes, but not recommended. Answer is what, guys? Okay. Yes, but not recommended. Yes, but not recommended because the readability of the code and maintenance. What is that, guys? Maintenance of the code. Maintenance of the code will be disturbed. Or what's the spell of recommended, guys? Is right only, na? Double M, oh, yeah. Okay. The maintenance of the code will be disturbed. Definitely will be disturbed. Okay. Yeah. Taking at the rate service on DAO class is bad practice. Right, guys? Taking at the rate repository for service class is bad practice. At the rate service for DAO class is bad practice, and many other things are there or not there. Okay, at least you understood stereotype intentions, guys. But one thing I want to say, guys. Number one, okay, tell me here. In, a, in any Spring 100% code configuration, we pass inputs to IOC container using configuration class. Service repository controller configuration or what? Component plus plus. This annotation makes Java class as Spring Bean come special classes. Okay, guys. Tell me, boss, what is there? What is there here? Note. All stereotype annotation classes must be scanned by component scan annotation of the configuration class to recognize and use them as what, guys? To recognize and use them as normal or special Spring Beans. What, guys? Normal or special Spring Beans. Component scan is required for them or not required, guys? Definitely component scan is required for them or not required. Super, guys. Are you understanding? Super. Right. Shall I introduce what is property file today now? Sir, you have not given any practicals for service repository. That needs mini project development. But I'm waiting to introduce this mini project, okay, in Spring Boot core module after learning some more fundamentals, right? Today I just introduced not only component, there are many annotations who can make Java class as Spring Boot. They are called a stereotype annotation. They are introduced in Spring itself, guys, no doubt in that. Okay? But they can be used in Spring Boot. I have scheduled my mini project development by adding more and more features in Spring Boot environment. At that time, we are going to use those annotation. In that time, we develop small applications only. In those small application, maximum time we will try to manage with what, guys? At the rate component. But in layered application, to make Java classes as Spring Bean come what? Special classes. We use those special stereotype annotations or not, guys? Super. Okay, now I'm going to introduce what, guys? Properties file. Yeah, what is property file? It's a text file, boss. As usually, it's a text file that will maintain the entries as name is equal to value pairs or key is equal to value pairs. It's a text file, but format of the content is fixed. Key is equal to value. Keys are your choice, values are your choice. One key can have multiple nodes separated with a dot symbol. What symbol, guys? Okay, listen. Company HCL. My dot company HCL, your choice. Are you getting my point there? Username system. db dot username system. Equal to is the separator. Equal to is the separator. These property files are. As a Java programmer, I don't want to hard code everything in the .java file. Something I want to get from property file or outside the source code so that I can change the things without touching the source code. Then you may ask me, you can get such values from scanner kind of thing, boss. Using scanner also you can get such kind of inputs, right? The scanner means control goes to end user. Do you think end user is a technical guy or non-technical guy? A non-technical guy can do technical inputs. For example, my Spring project talking to database was. Listen carefully. I decided not to hard code username, password of database, driver class and URL of JDBC in my .java file. I decided to collect from end user. But end user say, I decided to collect from outside the source file. Option number one, scanner is there. Scanner will ask whom, guys? Operator of the project, end user of the project. That means visitor of the website, visitor of the hospital employee, hospital compounder, nurse, this kind of fellows. Do you think they are technical people? They know database username, password. They can do JDBC driver class name. Do you think they can do JDBC URL? If they ask them to pass JDBC driver class name, they may send their bus driver name na boss. Because for them driver means what? Bus driver, lorry driver, car driver, bike driver. Yes or no? Na? Can we expect technical data from non-technical people? So that's why that option is ruled out now. Okay. Another option is XML file. But are we entertaining XML nowadays? Okay. If there also we don't want to use. Next option is what? Property file. Simple text file who maintains the entries as what? T value pairs. So don't hard code in .java file. Happily place them in property file. Using one or other technique, read them in what? Java application. Happily use them. Whenever you modify property file, they reflect in .java file. Whenever you modify, again they reflect na boss. That means, are you hard coding technical details or you are getting from outside the application? This is called soft coding. What guys? Hard coding means int a is equal to 10 inside the application. Int a is equal to sc dot next int soft coding. Int a value collecting from property file soft coding. Int a value collected from XML file soft coding. That means you are not taking as a fixed value, which is not going to be modified in future, right? Convince the boss. I want reply from you people. Yes, guys. Lokendra Singh Gaur, too much problem in your voice. I think not there from my side. You check your side. Okay, guys. Property file, guys. The text file that maintains the entries in the form of what? Key is equal to value pairs is called property. This file is also called as a resource bundle file. Technology name, guys. This file can have any extension, but recommended extension is dot properties. Okay, guys. The keys can have multiple nodes. What, guys? Multiple nodes separated with dot symbols. What symbols, guys? Separated with dot symbols. Okay, guys. Separated with dot symbols. Okay, now check it out. Info dot properties, any extension you can take. PR dot ID 101. Dot name Raja. PR dot address Hyderabad. PR dot mobile number some number. These are the keys. These are the values. Not compulsory. All keys should be in uniform node. Different keys can have different things. Not compulsory. Nodes are compulsory in the keys. Single node also can be there. Then no need of taking dot. Then no need of going for what, guys? Dot. PR dot ID, PR dot name. Call the admin, boss. Call the admin. Address, mobile number. Right. We can write comments in property file using what symbol, guys? Hash symbol. What symbol, guys? Okay. Online లో వింటున్నారా క్లాసు? Coming nicely. Okay. Our team is checking, guys. No noise. Those are having noise, please rejoin. Our team is parallelly listening the class. Voice is clear for them. You are getting noise means problem is your side. Okay, please check yourself. Yes. 101 Raja, this one. This is called property file or not? Yes, no, no, no. Okay, now listen carefully. Sir, how to tell this property file you should work? Spring application. Spring application means indirectly to IOC container. We have an annotation called @property source annotation. What annotation, guys? You keep on top of any one class, guys. All classes can use it. You keep on the top of one Spring Bean, guys. It can be used in any Spring Bean. Its content is not specific to one Spring Bean. Where you configured on one Spring Bean. Entire application, all Spring Beans can use it. Sir, developing property file is one aspect. I do somehow. Number two, configuring that property file with the Spring application. On the top of Spring Bean class or configuration class, use @property source. Specify the name and location of the property file. The question is how to read the values of the keys and how to inject it to Spring Bean. For that purpose, one special annotation is that is @value annotation. What annotation? @value. So auto void is also there na, for injection. Auto void is there to inject a spring bean to spring bean. There's a big people's game. That's a big people's game, right? At the rate value is there to inject simple values, text values, integers, floats, strings, this kind of simple values from the property file. So tell me boss, bean injection means at the rate auto void. Values injection means at the rate value. These values can come from where? Properties file, one option. These values can come from where? System properties. OS.name, OS.user, every computer will have system properties, guys. Environment variables, the class path, these values also can come, guys. Guys, in future I will introduce that concept, guys. At the rate value can read values from configure property file, can inject it to Spring Bean properties. Can read values from system properties of Java, which are having fixed keys, os.name, os.version, this kind of thing, can inject it to Spring Bean. Can read from environment variable like path, class path, can inject it to Spring Bean. Is it not interesting, Rababu? Big people meeting at the rate auto void. Small kids meeting at the rate value. Now onwards, remember like this. Because when family get together happens, what happens? Check it out. All male people will assemble one place. They'll start discussing about politics, cricket. They are in their world. And they also start taking drinks also. That's a big people meeting, right? Somewhere backside, ladies will assemble. They start discussing about that curry, this curry, that sari, this sari, that serial, this serial. Now, sorry, that Korean drama. Yes, sir. They are busy, boss. Okay. Kids will play. In my school, that happened, this happened, specifically. So for different days, look, different combinations of meetings will be there or not there. Similarly here, IOC container says, use at the rate auto void. I will think that you are looking to inject one bean with another bean. Use at the rate value. I will think that you are trying to get simple values from property file or system properties or environment variable to your Spring Bean simple properties. Are you getting my point? System properties means IOC container gets automatically. Environment variable gets automatically. But what about property file? Which property file? How does it know? To configure the property file, we are going to use what? At the rate property source annotation. What annotation, guys? Are you getting my point there? We can use at the rate value annotation, read the values from property file and to inject them to Spring Bean properties. Okay, guys. Now concentrate. This is the Spring Bean property, guys. String P name. What I am writing? At the rate value. I'm not writing pr.name like just like that. I'm writing dollar open for bracket and closing for bracket pr.name. So why that special syntax? We can write pr.name directly, na? Simple reason. If I write pr.name, value annotation may think that inject pr.name itself to property. Yes or no, na? At the rate value can also inject direct values. You know that? Suppose at the rate value within double quote, no dollar flower bracket, Raja I kept. It will inject Raja, boss. Suppose if I give pr.name within double quotes, no flower bracket, no dollar symbol, it will try to inject what? pr.name itself. But your intention is injecting key or key based value. How to tell to IOC container what I am passing is not the value, that is the key. By submitting this key in other places, you have to get the value. Then you have to use special syntax or not there. To tell that this is not the value, this is the key. And you have to submit key in different places. And you have to get the value and you have to inject the value. Then you have to use special syntax or not. And the special syntax is called placeholder syntax. What syntax? What is the placeholder syntax? Dollar, flower bracket, open key, and closing flower bracket. Placeholder represent the value that is going to come from the property file or other places. Or from other places. Other places. Array, listen guys. While writing SQL queries in JDBC, you kept question mark symbols once in a while. Not kept. You are questioning the database. By keeping question mark symbol, are you questioning the database? What you are telling to database? Hey database, compile this query without values only. Wherever question marks are there, they are the placeholder. Later I am going to supply the query before execution. That is the meaning of placeholder, na? At the time of compilation, seeing them, it won't try to apply any meaning for them. Just observe them as placeholder. At runtime, by submitting these keys in different places, get the values and inject the values. Is it not interesting, Rababu? Get the values and inject the values. Is it not interesting? I want reply from you people. Come on, I want reply, guys. Yeah. Array, you have already done placeholding in a lot of places. Maybe if you belongs to villages, in your village one bus is going on. You get up, you get into bus very early, and you will keep 4-5 handkerchief or bags and 4-5 seats, na boss. This is for me, this is for my brother, this is for my mother, right? Tell me, boss, you occupied, but you kept a lot of other items in other seat, saying that others will come and join later. They are not going to journey. They are representing the places until real places, real people comes, right, guys? I think in this classroom also, I think ladies generally do that work. They come bit early, they keep books for their friends. Yes or no, na? Sir, books are going to occupy the chairs forever. Until friends come, they are the placeholders. Once friends comes, they will be replaced by friends. Yes or no, na? Boys also do same thing, na? They never come early, I know that. Okay. Fine, whatever it is, guys. You understood the meaning of placeholders? Shall we see all the things, guys? Number one, what is the project? Maven project. We got an update of Maven. What is this? Maven archetype. What, guys? Maven archetype. Quick start. Quick start. Still 1.4. Very bad. Yes. Maven Central is having latest 1.5, guys. I selected that. Alright. What's the project ID? IOC pros 06. Tell me. Properties file value injection. What injection? I am going to take one default package. Yes, beans. What beans, guys? See, the default compiler is 17 or not? Say finish. Yeah. I have to say yes. I think everyone settled with Maven. Everyone watched the videos of Maven. With old videos, but content is not updated in Maven that much. Okay? The best content is still there. You can happily get the complete knowledge of Maven. But both that much subject is there. Regularly used concepts are these only. In future, I'll add few more things. Don't worry. Okay. Right. Property file and value injection is there or not there? Okay. Generally, we place property file in a commons package, guys. Anywhere you can place. But the better place, good place to place is what? com.nt.commons. Perfect. Right click, guys. New. Okay, Mr. Raju, what's your problem, guys? You are disturbing my screen. File. Okay. Please share the projects also for revise. I'm sharing the paintbrush content. Every code is there. What is need of code for you people? That means you are not practicing, Mr. Raju. Actually, you should have your own workspace, right? I will share, not now. Once in a 10 days, once in a 15 days, I will share. Don't depend upon my workspace. Create your workspace. Shameless fellow, sharing paintbrush. You're supposed to practice. When you practice, workspace should have what? Projects. Then there is no dependency with my projects, right? Not okay, sir. First, okay, let me do one thing. Let me do one thing. Tomorrow, everyone should upload screenshot of your Project Explorer window in Eclipse. I want to check how many projects you completed so far. Thank you, Raju. You made me to check you people's intensity of practicing, guys. Tomorrow in Facebook, um, yeah, Facebook group, I will write upload your one post. I will write upload your Eclipse workspace folder by mentioning your batch name. I will give a post and as a comment. Again, same +1, +2, +3. You have to upload your screenshot of Project Explorer window. Raju, I don't check others, but I will definitely check yours. Okay, fine. Yeah, where is this? Info dot. Hey, info is fixed. Any name you can take. Any name I can take. Tell me. Person.id 1001. Person.name Raja. Person. What is that? No, I want to cover various types, guys. Various type. Person.bill amount 89 paisa. Integer covered, string covered, float covered, right? Okay. Now let's go by variety, not go by, don't go by quantity. Yes, beans, guys. Spring Bean I am developing. Class, guys. Tell me here. Person info. What is my bean name? Person info Spring Bean, guys. How to make this one as a Spring Bean, guys? @component. But why I'm not able to get suggestion? Because in pom.xml, dependency added or not added? Dependency added or not added? Only JUnit dependency is there. Other dependency is missing, guys. What should I do? @mvnrepository.com. Spring context support search. Spring context support 6.1.3, guys. Here is there. Here is my paste. 6.1.3. Is it right, guys? Yeah, in person info, what is there, guys? Why even update? Actually, should come automatically. Get the XML and paste in pom.xml. Good. But why it is not updated? Did I paste in wrong right place? See, nowadays one more, not in dependency management. I pasted in wrong place, guys. Dependency section. There are dependency management dependencies. Only dependency. Okay, new version is having small headache. New 1.5 version is having small headache. Are you noticing it? You have to place in dependency tag, not in dependency management dependency. Okay, now confidently you type the annotation control space. Still not coming? 1 minute. Save all. It's now downloading, guys. Now it's downloading. Wait for a minute. Yeah. Completed, it seems. Now you observe. Okay. 1 minute. At the rate component. Okay. Sometimes it won't recognize, guys. That time what we should do? Even update. Go for offline force update also you select. Go for offline and force update also. What's happening? Project clean and build, guys. Projects clean and build. Now it is giving error. Dependencies actually is giving error. Why so? What's the error I got? Missing artifact, Spring context support. First time I'm seeing this kind of error for this. Cut it. Say paste. Save it. I hope it got. Event dependencies still not coming. Did you notice it? Did you notice it, guys? It is not coming. After adding it also, it's not coming. Is there any issue? Version you need not to remove, guys. Version is required. Okay. I selected dependencies 6.1.3 copied, guys. First time I am seeing this kind of issue. Jupyter API, dependency, that's it. No, our version is not so important. Let's the latest version. No need of removing version, guys. No need of removing version. Yeah, listen, guys. When you have this kind of issues, I will tell. Your local repository got disturbed. When local repository is disturbed, just empty the local repository once, then fresh local repository will be created. Here is M2 folder, na? .m2 folder. There is a repository folder. Just delete it, guys. It's going to be big one. Okay. It's going to be big one. Because folder or file is open, right? Yeah, nothing is there. You just exit this one, try again. Now that error will not come. Okay, fine. Once in a while it happens, guys. What is there? In your user folder, .m2 is there. Yes. Open the Eclipse freshly now. It will download everything freshly. It takes bit of time to build the projects, but no option. No option. After keeping also it is not coming in. Some problems are happening with local repository. Instead of deleting 1, 2 folders, I just deleted what? RM2, so that everything will come on fresh, man. Everything will come on fresh basis, guys. Okay. Yeah, some red marks will be there, no doubt, because now it is downloading, initializing everything. It takes bit of time now because to build the projects, because it has to update M2 folder and repository. Check it out. Now freshly creating repository now. I deleted But freshly everything is coming now, boss. Earlier so many folders were there, but now it is giving whatever things required, guys. Now go to Maven dependencies. Spring context support only came, but its dependents are not coming. Now another problem, right? Only main jar has come, its dependents are not coming, right, guys? Okay. Only I'll play with version. Maybe this version is having issue. I'll change the version to 6.1.2, right? Well, let's see. Yeah. Problem with the version, guys. Problem with the version, not the local repository also. We experimented with local repository. Problem is purely with version. Okay, you also work with 6.1.2. Sometimes it happens. No need of deleting repository for this problem. Other problems you have to do it, but this time we realize the problem is with what? Repository. Person info, guys, at the rate component. Component, what is this? P info. Control plus shift plus O, right, guys? Tell me next one. Private, private int. Any property name we can take. ID. Private string name. Private string float bill amount. Okay. Private string address. Right. Here, listen. Good practice to configure property file is configuration class. Because it's a common for all Spring Beans now, boss. Okay. Right. Here, what is there? At the rate value dollar. What is that? PR dot ID. PR dot ID. Copy this at the rate value PR dot name. I try to match the keys, guys. ID name bill amount. Hey, this ID and this ID need not to match box. If needed, you can take PID. Okay. If needed, you can take P name. Okay. If needed, okay, just amount. Don't be in the psychological feeling. Okay, words should match. Not like that. Not like that. Okay, what is there? Bill amount. What is the key here? Bill amount. All lowercase. Here also lowercase is kept. Yeah, here not there, but I want to give the feeling this can be used for hard coding also. For hard coding, no need of using at the rate value annotation because same thing can be done like this also. Okay, but I'm just showing for knowledge sake, guys. It can be used for hard coding inputs also. Same hard coding can be done without using what? At the rate value annotation. Okay. Injecting the values from the properties file. Yes, guys. Now here, injecting the values directly. Directly. Right, guys? This is done. Next one. Injecting the system property values. System property values. If there are multiple property files, multiple files, it will search in multiple files. What is there in that? You have to mention multiple files, it will search in multiple files. Injecting one by one will be introduced. Injecting system property values. Injecting system property values. Tell me, guys. Public string OS name. What there? Public string OS name. At the rate value. Come on. At the rate value. Dollar OS dot name. What dot name, guys? OS dot name. At the rate value. Dollar. What is there? These are fixed keys, guys. Come on, are you with me? OS dot name, OS dot version, these are the fixed keys. How to get those keys, guys? Okay, go to here, Java system properties. You get a big list, guys. You will get a big list. System properties of Java. You will get a category wise big list. File separator, Java class path, user name, user OS architecture, OS name, OS version, user directory, user name. Yes or no? Okay, right. Next one, injecting the environment variable values. Way to string what data, guys? Path data, right, guys? The way to string path data. At the rate value, dollar floor bracket. Here case sensitive little bit, guys. P capital path. Here is my toString method now, boss. Here is my toString method. Tell me. Control shift to O. Okay, I think alt shift to O now, guys. Alt shift yes and O. It is going to generate toString method now. Select all these properties, generate. Happily toString method has come or not? Yeah, it has, constructor has come. No, I'm looking for toString, guys. Alt shift yes. What is there, guys? Another time, yes. Go for parameterized constructor. Yes, for what, guys? ToString method. Automatically ToString is generated. What is the shortcut key we are having? Alt plus shift plus yes, comma, yes. Yes, first S means pop-up menu will come. Another S means what? ToString will come. ToString will come. Save this code, guys. No error. Now I'm taking another package. What is another package? com.nt.config. There are no predefined pins. So why are you taking config class? To mention package names, component scanning package name. App config. What config, guys? How to make this one as a configuration class? What is that? At the rate configuration. At the rate configuration. How to enable component scanning? At the rate component scan. This package is com.nt.esbeans. com.nt.esbeans. Tell me, guys. At the rate property source. I have to configure property file now, boss. Property source. Now listen. Here, value is equal to string array. That means not one location, multiple location I can mention. Someone asked if I have multiple value files, what should I do? Mention location of multiple files, name and location of multiple files, right? Right now only one value is there. For one value, arrays are not required. Array syntax is not required. You can directly type the value. Come on. Annotation parameter is array, but you are writing only one element. No need of taking square bracket. Yeah, tell me. Com slash, or if it is Java class, package name means dot separated. If it is a file means slash separated. You know that. While mentioning package name for classes, dot. While mentioning package name for files, slash. Which slash? Don't ask me. Okay. Com slash nt slash commons slash. What is there? Info dot properties. What dot properties, guys? I think this is the end of the story. Why? Because there are no predefined classes to configure as what? Spring Bean. And lastly, what is their main class, guys? Package com.nt.main. Com.nt.main. Here, what is there, guys? Class. In that class, tell me. Okay, value annotation test. It's a main method I need. I need to create IOC container or not, guys? So let's create IOC container. What is that? Create IOC container. How to create IOC container, my dear? Annotation config. Application context is equal to new annotation config application config. Get Spring Bean class object reference. Spring Bean class object reference. Person info. Info is equal to ctx dot get bean. What's the bean ID? What is the bean ID, guys? What is the bean ID? I want reply, guys. E-info. What is the class? Person info dot class. Sysout info. Whenever you pass object in SOP, system dot out dot println, toString will be called automatically. toString will be called automatically. Close the container. ctx dot close. What dot close? Huh? We are not passing app config. App config dot class. Yeah, we have to give configuration class as input class name or not. Save this one. Now can we run the application? Okay, we are printing object data means we are able to feel all injections are done or not done. Leg it out. 101 come from property file. Raja came from property file. Amount came from property file. Value is collecting value annotation is injecting by collecting value from property file. Hyderabad hard coded value injected. OS name Windows 11. Where it gathers system properties. Fixed keys, right? OS version 10.0. Okay. Environment variable value path Babu. Environment variable value path. Path data from Eclipse of Eclipse is gathered or not, guys? That means very powerful annotation it is. In any, while writing business logic, if you want to use a system environment, system information, you can inject and you can write the logic based on the system info or not. Is it not interesting? Lots of people think that at the rate value is there only to inject the values collected from property file. That is only 1% knowledge, guys. It is there to collect the values from property file, system properties, environment variable, and profiles. I will discuss the profiles later. And many other operations also possible with what? At the rate value annotation. Okay, what's the difference between at the rate value and at the rate auto void? Any difference or no difference? If you default value, if no value is available for name, you will get exception, red dirty fellow. If you want to give, it will search for that key. It will search for that key. Come on, guys. You will get there, right? What's the difference between value annotation and at the rate auto void annotation? To inject one Spring Bean class object to another Spring Bean class objects as a property. Take the support of what? It is for injecting Spring Bean, guys. Inject simple values collected from different places. Property files, system properties, and etc. The primitive or string bean properties take the support of what? The at the rate value annotation. Come on, guys. Okay. PR dot name private string P name. Is happening or not happening? Super. Working with the property file, I have given all the stuff. Later, one example application is also there. Check it out. Can you practice the example application by seeing here? Okay, guys. In old version of Spring, we used to get exception when we pass wrong key in at the rate value annotation. In new version, we are not getting exception when we pass wrong key annotation. Rather, we can see what? Injection. See the injection placeholder value as it is. It is trying to inject placeholder only as it is. That is possible only for string type property. For non-string property, anyhow exception has to come. Anyhow error has to come. Are you getting my point? Super. Okay. Some more points are there with respect to what? Okay, since someone is asking, if I give wrong key, what happens? Wrong key will give wrong results. Suppose path 1 I have given, right? Path 1 key is there as part of environment variables or system properties. Okay, earlier exception, right now, path is coming as path only. This is what I observed and I have given note or not, guys. But that is not going to work out while coming to what? When it comes to one. When it comes to first one, guys. Here I have given ID1. ID1 key is there. There. It will try to inject key in the integer value. Can we inject string value in the integer variable? If you inject, you are a god then. You are a god then, right? Yes. No, don't give this is exception container. This is not exception in container. This is number format exception. Container is saying that I'm trying to inject some default value. That is nothing but key. But key is a string and I cannot put in integer variable. I cannot put in what? Integer. Okay, guys. 1-2 points are there on this one that I will take up when we meet in tomorrow's session. Can I upload the notes now? Are you enjoying the subject? Okay. So I think at the rate auto wide and at the rate value, both are same or different. Both are doing injection, but the values they are injecting is different, right? One is playing big injection, one is playing with what? Small injections, guys. What's your batch code? 16.8. 16.8. Tell me here, what is this? Spring code, guys. Here, file upload. Where is this? 17th? 19th. Okay. No, that's wrong, guys. It's not your batch code. Your batch code is different. 1102, guys. Spring core. Where is this? 19th. Stereotype annotation and this one. Enjoying subject, but daily once, why